Creator of this magical magnificence. There is enough to be thankful for to fill every minute of every day of our lives. And yet there are those who work to take that for which we are grateful away, even life itself. It's the conundrum that we must face. We love our lives and every God-given freedom and expression, yet we must at times be willing to risk those very freedoms to preserve them. Life is precious. This is the gratitude. It is about survival, but not for self alone, but for the whole of humanity. Our very existence requires our freedoms, our God-given unalienable rights. It is this that we know. It is this that is our joy, our love. It is the one true expression of God. And so it is.
Hello, my name's Ron Vroman. I'm the old white man talking head for the Oregon Statewide Jural Assembly. We are in our office, 14725 Southwest Glenbrook Road, Beaverton, Oregon 97007. Same phone number, same email, but we have an office. No more general delivery for a while. And I have a new visual for you, the peace flag. Behind me, you can see the national ensign. I had that in my other room. I put the peace flag up this time, started to fold the national ensign, and realized I didn't remember how. So now I have to find it on the internet and fold it properly, put it away, use it again. I have some props with me today. I want to show some things and provide the visual aids. I met with the trial court administrator the other day. My daughter was with me, and nice conversation. Well done. I appreciated the help. But some things became apparent during the conversation. We're not speaking the same language and expecting the other to understand the words we're using. It seems bona fides, although quite well defined in the dictionary, doesn't shake out well with the people in the de facto. Article 7 amended, Judiciary on Oregon. You know, the fraud upon the people, November 8th, 1910. The one we call fraud on all the time, and you can't do anything about it. You can't say anything about it. You can't even provide the documents to support yourself. You fail. And you take the sheriffs down with you. Remember a guy named Wally Carson? He tried to tell us about it. You got to take a proper oath to the proper constitutions with the laws of nature and nature's God included. And we have to have the proper definitions for what it is that we're looking up. And I brought some books to show you. And I brought some other things to measure with. I'm analog. I'm inches, feet, yards, miles. I'm not millimeters, not micrometers. I'm not European. I'm on Oregon. This is how I think, and this is where I am. And I know what law is. Law is the United States of America's Constitution, circa 1859, and Oregon's Constitution, circa 1859. And with Bouvier's Law Dictionary, 6th edition, 2 volumes, 1856. You can see it right behind my head. Bouvier's. I want to read it to you. Bouvier's Law Dictionary, adopted to the Constitution and laws of the United States of America and of the several states of the American Union. That's pretty clear. So we know exactly what all the words are because they're all defined in a proper dictionary. Just like your oath. It's a proper oath. To the proper constitutions, not to this constitution, which is bogus and has Article 7 amended in it. We have to do this thing properly. Do it with honor. Get it together and do it right. It's not like you can pretend that you don't know what right is. You absolutely do. And all of the Supreme Court justices and the entire judiciary has acquiesced and defaulted to the Oregon Statewide Jural Assembly, Article 1, Section 1, Social Compact, the provisional government on Oregon, because we don't have government. We have a person named Tina Kotek who was convicted of having no honor and unfit for office for her actions on January 21st, 2021. The day when Mike Neerman opened the doors, the only one out of 90 that didn't break his oath. You're not allowed to have the legislature in session without us in the building watching. And you did it. And you broke your oath. You have no honor. None of you. None of the 89. And then we went after the judiciary. They have no honor. They support fraud upon the people. Article 7 amended. There is absolutely no proof available anywhere to support their claim. And they acquiesce in default twice. The last time, November 2022. And the sheriff supplies them, that bogus judiciary, with bailiffs and guards for their building and protection for their judges and security. And they have no authority. And you know it. And you still continue to work for them. And you continue to work without an oath, without fulfilling all the requirements of ORS 206, DPSST, and what's required by your county. Not one of you. But yet you send people out into the streets and on the highways to stop people. And they have no authority. You cannot delegate authority to deputies in your posse on patrol unless you have it, and you don't. You have to do it. Nobody can do it for you. And we have to see you do it. We have to have proof. There has to be supporting evidence that you will do your job and keep your oath. None if you have so far. We've been on your case for this since 2017. So we're going to do better. We're going to do better in every way to communicate with you people what the law says, what the dictionaries say, and what is required of you. And you'll do what is required. Now, there's things that we have going on here that you should probably pay attention to. One, you have to have the knowledge. You have to read the Constitution. You have to know what it is that you're taking an oath to. Probably take you a whole half an hour, maybe even an hour to read it. Read it with 3 or 4 others. I'll read it with you. But you have to inculcate that information into you and then support it. Your job is not to stop old ladies on the highway that don't have a proper license plate. Proper license plates are commercial. She is not commercial. Leave her alone. Don't stop her and take her out of the car and handcuff her on the side of the road. You didn't intimidate her. You hurt her. You had nothing when you got to court. The DA wouldn't back it up. They acquiesced and defaulted. They have no authority. But you handcuffed her, drug her out of the car, side of the road. You hurt her. You should not have. Then you take other people and you take them out of their car. For whatever reason you have no authority. You don't have an oath. You have not fulfilled your obligation. And we're going to start telling everybody we can find. I'm sure there's people out there that are interested in whether or not their sheriff and their deputies is really lawful and legitimate, jure and not de facto. So let's look at some words. Jure and facto and de facto and Black's Law First Edition. I got it here. A reprint of the first edition, 1891. Then I have Black's Law, 6th edition, 1991. It's up to 11 now. We like to look up words in the first edition, then look them up in the 6th edition or the 4th. We have lots of them. And the 11th. Amazing how they changed the meaning of words. But the meaning of words in the constitutions don't change. They stay the same. They're defined. So there's no guesswork to it. It's not opinion. Another thing, the fellow that was trial court administrator that was kind enough to have a very nice meeting with my daughter and myself. He says, and I'm not quoting, I don't think you are who you say you are. You do not have the authority that you say you do. Now, he says that. However, I've emailed him and sheriffs and all sorts of other people for several years now, and consistently on Proton for the last 6, 7 months, maybe a little longer, regarding our sheriffs and all the rest of the stuff that's going on in your de facto color of law, incorporated for-profit Salem oligarchy, that bunch. Yeah, that bunch. We no longer are deceived. Your law form failed. You can't support it. And we'll do our very best to make sure that you can't support it. We're not going to have any more evil out of you guys. There's not going to be any more of this evil stuff going on. We're just not going for it. And we found out. And not only did we found out what the remedy was. And we executed the remedy. And we do all of the steps. All of them. Article 3 in law and equity has to go with Amendment 7 in suits in common law. And it's common law that we are requiring. And juries make the decisions on the facts in all cases more than $20. Judges do less than $20. Courts judge the law, not judges. Courts judge the law. And juries determine the facts. That's how it goes. It's not like it's been told to us. The Oregon State Bar is illegal and illegitimate. And they supply the black-robed attorneys with no proper oath to sit on benches and conduct ceremonies for profit against us. That's not how it works. That's how you defrauded us into being. My next door neighbor, known him for 20 years, more than 20. Talked to him for 20 minutes in his front yard about all of this stuff. He says, Ron, how long has this been going on? I said, 115 years, Peter. He said, I don't want anything to do with it, turned around and walked away. 62% of the population will not speak truth to the de facto. 16% of the population has figured it out and knows what's going on, but they won't do anything about it. 12% of the population, maybe 15% of the population, is too ignorant, too stupid to pass the entrance exams into the military. They can get into college easier than they can into the military. And the military is a failure. We have had some form of martial law since March 1861. It was benevolent until recently. Then it became malevolent. And the DOD and the CDC and the World Health Organization and that pandemic out of China, that whole thing, it's evil. And they're doing evil to us. and it's no longer benevolent. They are not our friend. So, we're coming up on Labor Day really soon. We need you to think about laboring in the truth, in the constitutional, in the jure, leaving the de facto, illegal, and illegitimate, and taking a proper oath to the proper constitutions and fulfilling your obligation for real, not for de facto. And I yield.
My name is Gary Dean of the Family Derby. I make this call to sheriffs, one and all. The ball is in your court. We kicked it into your jurisdiction, which is separate from ours. Alas, it really is one team, you and I's. It is, or rather should be, one jurisdiction. Your training, probably from childhood, has been to join the realm of the corporate jurisdiction, which is the entity that pays you to do what you do. You can join our team, that is, of the people, with a simple turn of a mind switch. A tool to assist in this process is to consider taking a proper oath to the proper constitution, which with its original jurisdiction, and with the laws of nature and nature's God, as stated in our unanimous Declaration of the 13 United States of America. The last several months, we have posted and made publicly available that which we consider a proper oath for the persons in our governance. Sheriffs are our first effort at insisting on a proper oath, for it is the sheriffs who are in their county position to protect and defend the people from ticketing or sending people to the illegitimate amended Article 7 courts that should not be. From governance, overreach, and taxation that takes seniors' equity, their forever home, and all that they possess by enforcing convictions. It's like a shift in the mind. It is the recognition of one's allegiance to life and that which is God-given. Rather than criminalizing living God-made beings for a dead corporate entity, our sheriffs are our first protection against governance overreach. Taking a solemn oath is needed for there to be remedy in our authoritative system of governance. Once a sheriff cognizes the importance of the proper oath, they can see themselves as one with the people, rather than a corporate entity meant to enforce our compliance to the bidding of the state. Therein is offered greater freedom, cooperation, and peace in all of our dealings. Let it be so, and I thank you.
They do not want to let go of this. They do not intend on losing here. And we do not intend giving it back to them.
And then the bullets started flying, and then he jumps out of the car, and he's got both his hands up. And he got out of the car, and he had his hands in the air. He's like, just shoot me then. This is what you want, just shoot me. And they did. They shot him dead. With his hands in the air, and I fought. I swear to God. He was just walking with his hands in the air. And they shot him. And they shot him dead, and then after he was down on the ground, shot him 3 more times.